Morning guys. So, unfortunately, Fritzy and I have been sick, to Nicky, and Fritzy is still sick in bed at the moment. But it's early on a Monday and no one's arrived from the office staff in Feathersdale yet. One thing I know about Mondays is everybody needs money for something, so I'm heading off to town to do just that. You too. Already got some students from school, yeah? I've already got some early morning visitors needing to speak to the office staff I just mentioned. I need to sort out going to school. One of which has already arrived actually. Hold on a moment. Mary, good morning. How are you? Mary looks very African today. This lady helping out. This is this lady you see sweeping, the lady who moved in last week, who was homeless and is quite pregnant. Right, now, off I go.
Would you all believe this brand new, huge looking, reliable looking petrol station is where my car got damaged because they were mixing their fuel with kerosene. So the things you have to deal with in Tanzania are very, very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I don't feel very well at all today. Thought I'd treat us to a Tanzanian watermelon. A little bit bigger than the ones you get back at home, I think. It's strange when you come to town and you see people driving the white buses that they call dala-dalas, and everyone just looks like a normal person coming to a normal job. But I know people. And I know the homes of people who are driving these buses and things like this. And they work from... I've lived in the home of a family where the father was a bus driver when I first got to Tanzania. And he worked from 5 in the morning until 9 at night every single day. He left the house at 5 and he came back by 9. So he wasn't working those exact hours, and I was travelling to and from the depot. And he was making the equivalent of around about £40 a month, and he was struggling to support his family. But when you see them here, it's a strange feeling, because in town everyone just looks like everything's okay, but it's not. More than 90% of the population are living on $1 a day or less. But when you come to town, you see all of the cars, and that's the 5% of the population congregating around town. 5% who have money to be able to buy cars and so on. So it's an unusual thing for you in Tanzania. Oh dear, his wheels fell off. That's fairly normal. That's fairly normal in Tanzania too.
So, I'm back in Uchira, and unfortunately, Fritzy is still very, very sick.
No.
Poor lady. But she has a little tiger with her. Just some time to check on the builders. Wamegasto asubuhi.
Salamu mnamkaje?
Nzuri.
Ukiweka tunaona
This is a new room that's being built, and it took a huge weight off my mind because I have a situation I've never really explained on camera, because it's a strange one, but I'm having to plan. I suppose many people have to do this in life, but I have to plan for certain persons who will presumably eventually pass away. So come on. What I mean by that is that I have more than several dozens of families that we care for, but a lot of them are single grandmothers with many children, 7, 10, many children, some of them. And I know if anything happens to these grandmothers, that some of the elder children will care for themselves, but the younger children, they will come to us. And at present in Feather's Tail, I don't have space for them. If that happens, which I presume it will happen because it's just part of nature. So with this room, we're going to use it as workspace, but in the event of an emergency like that, I can fill it up with bunk beds and we can house the children, of course any more special needs children that come as well. Now, I know I said we're about to build the second children's home, but I'm not trained or educated in how to build a village, which is what I'm doing here, and I made some gross errors in my calculations because I didn't calculate for things like laying the sewage system and the sewage chamber near the road down here so a truck can pump it out, and I didn't calculate the additional plumbing, and I made some mistakes calculating the solar power costs and stuff as well. So our children's home is actually, well, what was stipulated, the donation we got from a lady called Claudia, was to help to build that, but to get the land ready for that as well. So we've done that. We've got the washing area for the nappies, the dishes. We've got the dining area at the back. We've changed the kitchen so as it's now usable. We have upgraded the solar power, so we have a great many solar panels now. I think we have like 14 and 10 batteries. So, and then we have built various smaller homes as well and laid the sewage, etc., which has left us now to maximise the house we can get on the land, to get 3 huge rooms with a corridor and veranda, outside exercise area for the disabled kids. It's going to cost around about an additional £10,000 to what we've got left in the budget, which is a real pain in the bum, but I'm sure God will provide for us when He can. And then we can lay the foundation. I might lay the foundation and build as far as we can with the money that's there anyway. You don't need to see the whole staircase, take the first step, as they say. At least then I'm pinning God down to get it finished. So I should stop doing this week. They're getting a little big for her. But she's still producing. God. Just I tell you, one of the reasons it's hard to film the children lately, I mean, over the last few months, is because this little guy is obsessed with the camera. I was laughing because I fell down. He's laughing because I fell over. Oh, where are we? Where are we? Emma, did you just take a wee on my leg? Another one coming. Oh, Monica! What's this? Come here. Let me get this string off your head. Maya! Emma, where are we? Where are we? So this is why it's hard to film in here, because this little monkey here loves the camera.
He's still laughing. He's still laughing. Such a little troublemaker. Such a little troublemaker. So, because I got up so early and went straight to town to go to the bank, I'm going to have some breakfast. But this little creature is still very sick. So, we're going to have breakfast in bed. Have lots of lovely nectarines and plums and apples and mangoes. Time to open the curtains for this little creature. We are very lucky. This is what we open our curtains to. Tom stopped my breakfast because we have what do we have? We have 2 sick people, Tom, yes?
I have 2 patients now.
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, no. Tom has a CV from someone. We need some help with the children's fund because we're struggling to keep the children in contact with their sponsors and there's a high turnover of people leaving, so. Baby! Karibu!
Habari yako?
Nzuri baby, nzuri. So Bibi has a viral infection, the same one I dare say that Fritzy and I have, so. That's our new sewage chamber. So, I hate cutting down trees, but this is where the single parents with their special needs children live. Down syndrome, cerebral palsy. And this tree is right outside. And look at this thing, it's prehistorically evil. So, we're going to have to say goodbye to this tree today. Off to the Centre for Street Involved Children because we have a little bit of commotion that we need to go deal with there, so drive back to town, just what I needed. This is the new classroom at the Centre for Street Involved Children. We are this week buying table and chairs because, as I say, we didn't really start with the correct funding, so we've only got very limited supplies of things, but they're coming now anyway, so. Bye-bye. Kumelo. Hey guys, so I didn't really get a chance to film much this afternoon. It's now evening, the sun's going down. When I went to the centre, there was a catalogue of issues to deal with. So one set of issues is that the government have been, and there are several things in the centre that are insisting that we change. Nevertheless, so. And so someone's saluting me. This is like a crazy guy, I know. But then I had the children's issues to deal with, which are anything from bullying to having to pay debts that they've incurred whilst messing with unsavoury characters on the street, to having to address the fact that some of these boys, as young as 10, have been forced into homosexual relationships on the street. And they still don't know that that behaviour is not necessarily okay with all other men. So some of the boys are having trouble with some of the younger boys actually propositioning them and stuff like this, which is a really difficult dynamic to deal with. So really difficult. But third world problems, I guess. And I've just arrived home, and I must say, I'm feeling extremely unwell. I've got a huge headache. So I had to change my clothes, freshen up, and get ready for sunset at Feather's Tail, which might be the end of this video. Not before this young man's made a guest appearance again, I'm guessing. Say hello. Hiya. Okay, we're coming. Do means njo in Swahili, which means come. Nzuri-san, you just said Mvili. As I was saying, at the end of a long day, and that will be probably the end of my day. Akili, how was school? It was good. Emma, come and say goodbye to you children. Say bye. Bye. Come say bye, Akili. Bye guys.